Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mabimpressions, and today we're going to be talking about Happy's Humble Burger Farm. It's a survival horror with dark humor that's definitely hiding something. Is it worth playing? Let's talk about it. Before we get started though, if you're into indie, retro, and new game reviews, please consider subscribing as I do upload daily videos. I'll be giving my final rating on Happy's Humble Burger Farm at the end of the video, so make sure to stay till the end for that. Beginning with the developer and publisher, Scythe Dev Team and Tiny Build. I want to thank them for the review copy, however all thoughts will be my own. The game is not an early access, it's a full game. It came out December 3rd, 2021, and it's going for $19.99 US. I played the Steam version on PC, but it'll be available on a PlayStation, Xbox, and a Nintendo Switch. So the game thrives on discovery and secrets, so I'll try my hardest not to mention anything story-wise that would ruin your experience. With that being said, also just, if you want, listen to the review instead if you don't want to be spoiled gameplay-wise, as I'll be showing a bunch of stuff. So congrats, you're hired. Serve customers and maintain the Happy's Humble Burger Farm restaurants alone overnight, but be careful, things fall apart if you mess up. After work, head home and keep your eyes open for a way to escape the Barnyard Buds and their fast food fever dream. As mentioned before, the genre is survival horror, dark humor, first person, 90s-esque graphics simulator, and lore rich. Alright, moving over to the gameplay section. If you're interested in any of the footage for today's episode, there's links in the description to my Let's Play channel where I upload everything, and come by Twitch where all of this was originally recorded. I live stream very frequently, thank you so much. So, the majority of the game, you'll be primarily doing these two things. You're going to be working the restaurant and exploring the town, uncovering mysteries. So let's talk about working the restaurant. So you're a newly hired shift employee at Happy's Humble Burger Farm. Your job is to maintain the entire restaurant. This includes preparing and cooking all of the food, tending to the overall building maintenance, and trying not to get killed. You're presented with an employee handbook, which gives you some decent instructions on what you should do and what to avoid. It'll give you basic directions, such as how to put together a burger and how to prepare the fries and nuggets and so on. With each day that you work, you'll have limited time to get to each order, and how efficient you are dictates not only how much money you'll receive, but it'll also keep you alive. More and more food and upkeep responsibilities are introduced slowly, so you'll get a good chance to get used to the routine. If you happen to keep messing up during your shift, using wrong ingredients or forgetting to take out the trash when prompted, and even straight up not finishing orders, more and more bad things tend to happen. You have health and stamina, you take damage upon being hit by things popping up, and if you mess up too much at a time, you'll end up ultimately being chased by Happy the Humble Heifer herself. Okay, so moving over to exploring the town. Without going into every little detail there, because there is a lot more to the restaurant upkeep, that's how usually the job goes. The second half is exploring the town and mystery. So before and after each shift, you start in your apartments. You can take a shower there to replenish health and stamina, and you can customize it with new furniture and little trinkets. You have to walk back and forth to work, and in between there's a lot of things to discover. New NPCs, stores, gambling mini games, but you'll also come across things like locked doors, bombable walls, and even lore notes that hint at something more sinister at hand. Using your earned wages from working, you can buy all sorts of things. Some are simply for fun, but others are essential for furthering the story. It goes without saying, but things are not right with the town. Alright, moving over to the presentation. The graphics are very PS1, 1990s-esque, pixelish graphics. It's charming somewhat, and it adds to the dark atmosphere for sure. Though it looks kinda cheap at times, there's some really cool environments and enemies you'll run into that kinda contrast well with what you're gonna be seeing for the most part. So for sounds and music, it's what you'd expect from a survival horror game like this. Loud noises when appropriate, and long lulls of nothingness to put you in a sense of comfort, only to switch things up on a dime. Alright, time for the pros and cons. Let's begin with what did I like and what are the game's main selling points. So this game will definitely appeal to those who are into these survival horror mystery games with lots of lore and, you know, jump scares. Think Five Nights at Freddy's, and even more recent games like The Convenience Store, which this game really reminded me of. Make sure to check that one out if you haven't. I usually go into lots more story and gameplay mechanics than I did, but trust me, I pulled back a bit in order to not spoil anything too important to the experience. In my opinion, the amount of things to discover and exactly what the secrets are very well done here, and it's fun exploring for sure. With that being said, what did I dislike and what would I change? For the most part, I had no issue with the overall package, but there were some things that could be improved on. I did play an early build for a review, so some of these things might be addressed when it releases, but some of the sounds were so off and a lot of other things. Some menu tabbing, audio was maxed out like crazy, and some voices were extremely low, though they were essential to that point in the game. Subtitles are default toggled off, which was a little weird, and inventory management, especially with using a backpack, feels very clunky. They should have really used another type of UI system for getting items out and in easily. And while the PS1 graphics added to the atmosphere, a lot of times it just made it hard to make out a lot of important text that I wanted to read. Not just lore stuff, but some story and gameplay hints were somewhat distorted. Could have been by design, but you know, I feel like it should be an option, maybe even a slider to take the filter down a bit. It would have been nice. Alright, so moving over to my final thoughts and verdicts. Happy's Humble Burger Farm is a great game for the price points. Fans of slow burn horror with lots of tension-filled moments scattered throughout the game will definitely be drawn to this. Lots of cool set pieces and mysteries to keep you interested, and the overall mechanics for managing the restaurant is fun but punishing at the same time. There's lots of lore here and things to discover, and it has potential to be an instant classic for sure. I am giving Happy's Humble Burger Farm a 75% recommendation. It's not for everyone, but if you are a fan of, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's and other games like the Convenience Store I mentioned, it's worth looking into. So I'm going to be ending this one here. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe for daily videos. Let me know if you guys have played this, your opinions, if you have any questions of things I've missed. Also, let me know. Like I said, make sure to subscribe to the second YouTube channel if you want to see my gameplay, let's play of it, and come by Twitch. I do stream a lot. Would love to see you guys there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.